longtime NHL star and golf sensation, Joe Pavelski, with us. Let's start golf, AJ. This is one of the best. Who's here right now?
He's the favorite from everyone I've talked to. What does
Really?
it feel like to intimidate like Smoltz and Mulder and Mardy Fish and all these guys that have won all these things, and they're all saying Joe Pavelski is the guy we have to chase down?
Obviously, it's good. You're doing something right, I guess. But Fish is there. He'll always be there. Mulder's, he's won enough for these events, so he's there. I played with him yesterday. He hit it really good, made a few mistakes. But, yeah, you just try to do your thing. It's golf, so you can't get too.
What
too
about they
yourself.
say you don't hit it very far? We call it old man golf, where you hit it like 260 right down the middle, a little baby cut to the middle, and then you just hit your irons. And they say you can putt. So is that your game?
The putter's been good. Yeah, I like to think I hit it a little bit farther than 260, but probably not much. To be honest, the courses we play, even back home in Wisconsin, the Midwest Country Club, the tees that all the buddies want to play from, you don't need a whole lot more at times. So. The course set up good. The distance is definitely fine, and the putter was going good yesterday.
I love it. How much do you have? Any side bets?
We got a few.
Out here?
Yeah, we got a few. We set up a few more last night.
There's
a couple
who
extras.
You got today? You have a matchup today?
Yeah, we're on. It's fun. You come to these events and you get the little betting sheets, and you can look at them, and you're trying to figure out who might have stayed out a little bit longer, or who had it going, or who can putt. And so it's a little bit of a guessing game, but it's kind of fun side action for sure.
I love it.
Who was in the group with you yesterday?
We had Fish, Mulder, and Smoltz.
Okay.
It was awesome. Obviously, Smoltz has been a huge piece to this event with the pro and getting it going, and hit the first tee ball, striped it right down the middle. I don't think you ever underestimate how much goes into something like this and how much time he's put into it to get this going, and to have it the quality that it is has been pretty cool to see. So fortunate to be here, and it was a good group.
What if he would have missed the fairway on the first one? Would he have gotten a mulligan?
Little breakfast ball?
Yeah. He is the commissioner, so
you know what? When he gets hot, he gets hot. So you like to keep him pinned down if you can. And the American Century this year, he was. What did he make? He made 6 birdies in a row coming in, and he thought he should have probably birdied every hole. He said, and he was putting some pressure on. So you'd like to keep him back there for a little bit.
Nice.
What was he saying? Like, what kind of conversations did you have with Smoltzy? Because, yeah, like you mentioned, this is his event. He told us he's been dreaming about doing this, the pro in general, for 20 years.
Yeah. You know what? As everything's getting going and the kind of the vision he has, we actually talked quite a bit about that at times and what we think about it, what are some options, where he'd like to take the next tournament to, and so on, all that stuff, and get the format right. So I've been on a few calls with him here and there. He thinks a lot about it, pace of play, who's here, how you're treating people. He's doing it the right way, and that's pretty sweet. And then you're just with the other guys, there's a few little jabs out there once in a while, but it's fun. We've played together a lot from Smoltzy, Mulder, Fish, so it was a pretty comfortable group.
What does John Smoltz trash talk like?
You know what? I don't think he has a whole lot.
I was going to say, I can't see Smoltzy having a whole lot of trash talk.
He doesn't. Kind of let him do his thing. He's got a lot on his mind right now.
But he doesn't try to get in your head before putting? He doesn't walk over your ball and just kind of say something to you?
He's not.
In the car? Did you ride with him yesterday?
No, I rode with Mulder.
Mulder's not going to say. Mulder's too nice.
He's great. Yeah, we're having a good time. He turned on a couple tunes nice and quietly on the phone, and it was kind of like playing with the boys back home.
But if you play with Smoltz in this, can you turn on the music? So if he had a speaker, Mulder had a speaker, would Smoltz have complained that there was a speaker on the cart?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, man, that might be a good way to get him.
Maybe that's why Mulder kept it pretty quiet.
Mulder wanted to be invited back.
Hey, from your hockey group, whether it's anyone here or just in general, who could you go play around with and actually have some competition?
JR has always been there.
He played terrible yesterday. He was mad.
Yeah, he was mad. He was not happy about it. You know what? There's some guys out there that definitely can play. Wisniewski, got it going a little bit. Kind of made a mistake or two from what he sounded like. You got Dan Quinn, who won the American Century Championship 5 times. He's aging out a little bit. He knows it, but he's a grinder. He's all about the game of golf, and we talk quite a bit. And then you got to throw Brad May with the hole-in-one yesterday. I don't think he saw birdie hole in one coming on 6, 7, and 8, but what a human being, and it couldn't happen to a better guy, and he was fired up. Big hug after seeing him, and I think he had.
Did you buy drinks, or did you use the free drinks?
You know what? It was probably a perfect scenario for him. You know, make a hole in one where most of the drinks are free, and he probably didn't leave those areas.
Let's talk.
Well, just on the hockey side, who would you want to go play around with? You know, in general, obviously they don't have to be good, but that you'd want to spend some time with.
You know, guys here, Panger is awesome to be around. Maisie was partners with them at the first Pro Rivals with the Ryder Cup format. It was we had a good couple of days. All the guys here are quality people, and that's what you kind of get in our sport. So it was awesome. Loved teeing it up back home with Wyatt Johnston and Ottinger when I was in Dallas, and Marchment and Jamie Benn. It's just, you know how they are. You get your boys out on the course. It doesn't matter how bad they are. You're gonna have a pretty good time.
All right, we gotta talk a little hockey. Scott's out on this. Scott doesn't know anything.
I worked for NHL Network. Thank you.
You did?
Yeah,
I didn't know you worked there.
Yeah.
That's just because it was an MLB network.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you go. You're the star.
Well, no, I just want to know. We had JR on. We talked to JR yesterday, and we were talking about why Canada can't win a cup, and he had a lot of lots. But I mean, I'm from Florida, so I'm happy. Florida wins the cup every year, so it's we're the hockey state now.
Yep. It's a good question. I don't know the right answer to it because they've had some good teams. You know, it's one of those things that turns into something more than probably is. There's definitely the media side of it that everyone likes to talk to, the pressure, but I think it's something like that. It's when you're going through it and you're making a run in a Canadian city, from what I've been told, the guys that have kind of gone through it and gotten close, there's nothing like it. You know, they're living and dying. And I think during a playoff series in Canada, the support is there. You know, throughout the season, they're going to beat you up a little bit. You know, if you're struggling this or that, you kind of see it from afar. It kind of, you know, especially in today's media, there's a few things that you don't fully understand that go on with it and the way they want to write articles. But overall, I think once you get to the playoffs, there's nothing but support there and a little extra pressure. But we'll see. I don't have the answer for you there.
Is Toronto the most difficult place to win and play in the NHL?
It's, you know what? It's just hard to win. Like you saw, Florida finally found something the last handful of years. It took them a long time, and people like to talk about the state tax sort of deal, but they were not good for a long time. And the organization, it was one of those that never seemed to quite get it right, and now they have it right, and they've held on to it, and they have some good people, and they're the team right now. And you've seen Florida with Tampa and their owner, like he's done it the right way. He's rebuilt that city. He's all about the city and the community. And they've had just great people. And we were in San Jose. We had an awesome group of guys. I don't think people really, I mean, you guys have been around sports and played. Like when you get a group of guys that are good, it almost doesn't matter what's out there in front of you because the guys are just will make it work. And whoever comes in is going to have to fall in line and do it the way. And we had a great group in San Jose. You know, played in the playoffs all the time, had some deep runs. We never got over the hump. Go to Dallas, and it was a very similar thing. And that front office was awesome there, you know, and right on down from coaching staff to players. It was something I was very fortunate to come into some organizations at a young age and be around some unbelievable players that just kind of did it the right way and loved doing it and had a lot of fun off the ice and in the locker room and wanted to practice hard and everything. It kind of set me up, you know. It's just a nice building block for the career.
How much has the game changed?
It has. There's little less fighting. There's more speed in an aspect that no doubt the top end players back in the day could kind of do everything that the game is now. You just have, instead of it was 1 or 2 lines early, now all 4 lines can skate. You know, and you have to be able to play pass the puck a little bit, play the game, you know, to an extent. And so the speed up and down the lineup has gone way up. And then you're seeing in all the sports with specialization or whatever you want to call it, like kids just have really found a way to fall in love with game and practice more than probably people ever did in the past, and a little bit more info. So you do get the few more super players.
That's good, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's what it's about.
I mean, I like a little fight every once in a while.
Yeah, and there's still enough of it.
You know, listen. You have to admit, when the Kachucks drop the gloves against Canada,
it's the best,
and all the fights.
It's the best, and that'll never leave our game. It needs to be there. It's something that everybody wants.
Did you get any fights?
I got a couple. You know, every other year, every third year, I'd get in there.
Yeah. Did you? How does that work in hockey? Do you just look at the guy and you just know? You're just like, me and you, bro.
Yeah. Sometimes you wake up on the wrong side. You kind of they do something. It's kind of one of those things. If it's your turn, you know, there's guys where it's not your turn as much. Definitely.
You mean the really good players like you? It's not your turn as much?
It's not my turn as much.
I can't see Gretzky just going, waking up one day being like, you know what, I'm going to fight.
He didn't really have to take a turn that way. It's a good place to be. But, you know, you got a group of guys that are competing and love it. And the culture of the game is so rich in that aspect that if you don't show up and you're not engaged to where, you know, you see something wrong happen where you can't at least be a part of it, you know, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle from a sense of respect from your teammates, you know, from the organization, from all that, and it might be a little bit tougher for me. But if you go out there and you're willing to, you know, play a little bit harder, engage, and, you know, just get in the mix every once in a while, it's plenty. You're gonna have a pretty good time.
Which player tried to get under your skin the most?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. We had most recent. I'm trying to think. We had a bunch of series against Minnesota. They were just kind of a big physical team, you know. So they always tried to play that side. Hartman would always love to come around, and you know, you kind of laugh at a lot of things, and you just play the game. And there was every series, every game, you could go to something else. But battled with Corey Perry and Anaheim a bunch, and then we were teammates in Dallas for a year or two, and absolutely love the guy. And that's probably the best thing. The guys that you really don't like playing against sometimes, they're the best teammates.
Got it. All right, I have to ask, what do you do now? You're just freshly retired. You skate? Do you still skate?
Skated just a handful of times last year in the beer league, sort of thing with the buddies, the CBL back home in Madison. And then I coach our boys team. So we got a 15-0 this year. So 14, 15-year-olds. And so hockey's getting real for them. So we're part of coaching his teams. In AAA hockey at a youth level, you play anywhere from 60 to 75 games a year every weekend. And it's, you know, we actually have practice tonight. So got the pass to be here.
Nice.
Because we got to build but we'll get back. Our season's just getting going. We start our first tournament will be after Labor Day coming up. And then it's, you know, 3-4 practices a week and games on the weekends and traveling all over, and it's best. So that's good. I'll go in with the Badgers, help volunteer coach, kind of one day a week usually there, just to be a part of the game and kind of give back a little bit, and then try to keep the golf game as tight as I can. You know, it gets a little tougher in Wisconsin in the wintertime, and love hunting, fishing. So I'm doing everything I want to do, I guess, right now.
That's good.
A year out of the game, and but I definitely have enough hockey and activities. I love my hobbies, I guess you could say.
I need the beer league stat for at least one night. Was there, you know, a game where you guys win 6-0 and you put in 5 of them?
Yeah, I think we're 3-0 on the series.
Do you take it easy? Basically, what he wants to know, do you take it easy on him?
Or you just like, yo, I'm better than all of you?
It's like 3-on-3 cross ice, so it's. But I was impressed at the competition that the guys, they want to defend, they don't want to lose. You got all ex-Badgers, NHL players, guys that have played a little bit and have aged out now at times, but it's fun getting out there, kind of just having the locker room feeling, and we try just hard enough until we're down a goal or two, and then you try to get one back.
By the way, I got to start using that aged out. Not retired. I aged out, guys.
Aged out.
I like that for you. Aged out.
Yeah, I aged out. I haven't retired, so I just aged out. I like it. All right, last thing before I'm done. This is the greatest, and we asked JR this, the greatest American-born hockey player.
Oh.
You could be in the conversation. You have some records. You have playoff goals and stuff, some records.
Yeah, the playoff goals, proud of that one. You know, our era, Patty Kane has done it all. Yeah, for the most part, except he's obviously, I think he's got his eyes on that Olympic team, and we've been close as a group with you. You know, if he gets a gold medal, you know, it'd be pretty special. He's a guy who's won the cup. He's done that. He can score. He's got a lot of that. But you always look to those guys, JR, Modano. One of my favorite players, Brett Hall. Growing up, it was those guys that led the way. Were pretty special. And then you got Kane that comes in, and Matthews now scoring. He might be one of the best goal scorers. Obviously that USA Hockey's going to see.
You forgot Chelios, by the way. He might, if you see him and he sees this, he might.
Well, he's a Badger.
Oh, true. That's true.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, well, then you definitely shouldn't forget him.
You got Chelios. You got Gary Suter.
Yeah.
A couple old-time defensemen.
Old-timers. I like it. When I see Chelios, I'm going to sort of say, hey, old-timer.
He knows he's old right now. He's tan and old.
He's the tanimal,
Drinking tequila, selling tequila, all the good stuff, and just an unbelievable Badger in person. And how hard he played, I think, throughout his career. And he had 1,600 games probably as a defenseman or whatever it was. And
he played for 47 years.
Correct,
holy
correct.
crap.
And he would like to be playing.
Yeah.
He's right up there.
Does it bother you that you didn't win the cup? I know you got to go, but
yeah, just checking.
Does it bother you? No, it's fine. We understand. We got Tuco waiting for you anyway. So,
does it bother me?
Yeah. Does it ever bother? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I wondered that.
Yeah. Like that was our dream. That was my dream. That's why you trained. So yeah, it bothers me at times.
I mean, not now. You're retired, and But
yeah. It wasn't because of lack of effort, lack of opportunities, lack of commitment. Didn't happen for us. And it's goes back to it's freaking hard to win. We had some good teams, and we were close and played. And out of 18 years, I think played in playoffs 16 times. Went 2 cup finals. A bunch of conference finals, and we did a lot of winning in the playoffs. We just never found that way at the end, which is a bit disappointing, just because you've seen the cup parties, you've seen what it means to people. That's why you always just put your body on line and play through anything and try to figure out how to get there as a group. And we were close, and the whole ride of it was in the journey is something I'll always cherish and hold on to. And yeah, would have liked to get there. It didn't happen, and a little disappointed that way, but I got so much from the game and so much from the playoffs and just that atmosphere. There's nothing like it as a player.
Your beard had to be sick because you got a good beard now. I can't imagine all the way to the cup finals. His
Playoff
beard
beard,
had to be,
yeah, it was always a good one.
Had to be sick.
It's nice and tight, nice.
Yeah,
tight,
it's nice
retired
now, but you
beard
can
now.
tell that it can
Yeah.
get nice.
He can
A
bring
little
it.
red in it, a little tint of red.
Nice. Well, Joe, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it, and good luck out there.
Yeah, appreciate it.